Thanks for joining me, everybody, as today we discuss the latest and greatest black market edition, the SU-47. Today I'm going to give you my honest opinion about it, tell you whether or not I think it's right for you, and we're going to see it in action. So this experimental fighter is a heavy fighter. Let's check out some of the paint schemes. This is the one you get if you get it during the black market event. Pretty cool looking, if I do say so myself. Then there's this one, quite nice, very slick. And this last one is called Czar. It's really just a color variation of that last one. Very cool looking in my opinion. Hello everybody, let's talk about the latest black market jet. This is the SU-47, they call it the Berkut, which is the name the Russians referred to it as. Its NATO reporting name is the Firkin. Interesting that they went with the NATO reporting names for all the other Russian jets in the game, but they went with what the Russians called it for this one. So I just purchased it. You see there's 0 trophies on it. I've heard mixed things about it, so I just want to try it out, see what I think about it. I'm going into this completely blind. With the exception of the trailer the devs put out, I have not seen anybody play this. I purposefully did not look at anybody else's gameplay or anything because I wanted to test it out for myself. I know on the Facebook and in the Discord, some people really like it, some people don't care for it, so I just wanted to test it out, and I'm going to give you my honest thoughts about it so that you know whether maybe this jet is for you or not. Why is it every time I test the jet, I always keep going to Icebound? I mean, it happened in my MiG-19 video, I think, and also the F4 after it got buffed. It was at the Icebound map. It's interesting. This happens to be my testing grounds, I guess. Which is fine, because it's one of my favorite maps, but it is interesting. Also, feel free to let me know down in the comments what you think about this jet and what your favorite black market jet has been so far. And consider hitting that like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. And I want to make more content for you guys. I want to make content that you enjoy if you're into Metalstorm. Let's get started. Okay. Alright. Okay. Ooh. Oh, she does lock fast. I can just missile spam people. Okay. Now, granted, I will say I don't know for certain, but I'm willing to bet these are probably bots because I have no trophies. So there's not a high chance I'm fighting real people. Oh, the cannon's pretty solid on it. I like it. I mean, you could say, yeah, these are all low level, but at the same time, I'm also just a level 8, so it's not like I would have a strong cannon. I mean, we're just wrecking these guys. He's gonna get me. Oh, but that didn't take out a ton of health. I got a good pool of health. Let's go for this reload. I'll admit I wasn't really a big proponent of adding the experimental aircraft to the game when there's so many great, real operational aircraft out there. But this aircraft does have a fascinating place in history. It's probably the most famous example of this kind of forward-swept wing design. It might be the most famous Soviet experimental aircraft to ever exist. So if you're really into that kind of history, this will be a cool one to add to the collection. I mean, so far... Oh, we haven't even tested... Let's test that special ability. Ooh. Okay, so it turns quite nicely with the special ability. It kind of reminds me of the F4's stress turning, but the advantage here is... I'm getting distracted by my own voice. The advantage of this aircraft's turning is that I'm not taking damage while doing it. So I can pull off... Look at that absurd turn. I can pull off these absurd turns and not have it damage my own aircraft. So that's quite an advantage over the F4, which I would say this is kind of the closest to. It's like just a very maneuverable F4 that can missile spam, it's 8 mediums, which the F4 only has 4 of the advanced hunters now, so I'm really liking it so far. I mean, I will openly admit, I almost lost control there. That was scary. Now, that is the downside of this experimental jet, is that you can lose control. Oops. Let's not dive down. Yeah, you can lose control if you get hit while you're stress turning, so that is a danger. Actually, I don't know if it's just while you're stress turning. I don't know if it's normal flight, maybe when you're pulling too many Gs. But yeah, that is a scary thing to have happen. It's going to make you really pay attention. Okay, that went by pretty quickly. Yeah, it's pretty interesting though. I like it a lot so far. I mean, one match it's kind of hard to make any definitive statement because it is just one match. I'm willing to bet those were all bots or mostly bots. So let's jump into another match if we can. See if we can repeat our success. See if that was just beginner's luck. Because I'm tempted to think that it's not though. I will say this for people who are new to my channel, maybe don't follow me on Twitch or anything like that. I am the type of person who really does like the heavy fighter. I've been a heavy fighter person for most of the game. Interceptors are probably my favorite, and heavy fighters are a close second. Okay, right now, I'm really big into the Tornado and the rebuffed Phantom, and also the Super Hornet. So those type of planes are just up my alley. This is a very maneuverable heavy fighter. I think the people who are complaining are comparing it to mediums and lights. And if you're going to try and dogfight it like it's a medium or a light fighter, you're honestly probably going to be disappointed. But it just isn't that type of fighter. It's not. You can't, that's apples to oranges, you know what I mean? You got to compare it to the other heavy fighter game. And I think if you do compare it directly to those, you will be pleased with it. So I do recommend you getting this plane, especially during this black market event where you have the chance to get it, down to 250 credits, so you can get it fairly early. And obviously you start out, with a cool paint scheme and with it at level 8, so you already have that special ability. I think really makes it. Let's see if we can win elimination here. Different map too, so this map is really good to kind of test turn rates at, because there's a lot of obstacles. Ooh. And we're gonna turn right around with that stress turning. Look at that, look how easily we got around them. Got one. Splash one bogey. All right, we're trying to outturn this guy behind us so he doesn't line up on us too easily. And we're gonna snap around, get the gun on him. And it's a round victory that quickly. Okay. So. Yeehaw. I like it. Yeah, so once again, to reiterate, if you are a heavy fighter person and you're looking for a heavy fighter that can get into the dogfight because of its agility, you might like this plane a lot. If you're the type of person who usually plays the F1 or any of the Mirages or the Viggen, you're probably going to be a little bit underwhelmed. But yeah, I mean, so far I really do, my honest opinion is to recommend this aircraft. It's just a lot of fun to fly. And I didn't expect to like it that much, to be honest with you. But yeah, so we just did some team deathmatch and we just did some elimination. It's really hard for me to not recommend it. It's just a fun plane to fly. The losing control part of it is going to require you to pay more attention. It's going to be a little bit of a higher skill aircraft to fly and learn than the others. But I definitely think it's a worthy addition to the game. I think the devs did well with it. And I look forward to seeing you guys out there flying it. Let me know what you think about it. Once again, in the comments below. Please like and subscribe and share this video with any of your friends who are into Metalstorm. I will see you guys next time.